We're here for the final day of the Scale to Six workshop. We're just going to give Facebook its time to do its thing and load everything and put it on for us. Super excited today to talk to you about the 3 keys to 5-figure launches, because let's be real, this is the question on so many people's minds when it comes to launching, because the number one question I get asked by people, or the number one objection I hear from people when it comes to creating their one-to-many offer is, what if nobody says yes? What if, how am I going to create this income opportunity for myself? So I kind of want to pull back the curtains and talk about it. Let's get into the 3 keys to the successful 5-figure launches. So as you're hopping on, give me a hashtag team live or team replay so that I know you are here so we can chat in real time. I'm really excited about this topic because honestly, this was my biggest fear when it came to launching a one-to-many offer, understanding what goes into launches, how this can create some sustainable and recurring profit in my business, all of those things, okay? So I want to kind of just get into it. I want to start by just talking about the whole idea of like, who here is ready to hit those 10K months, 8K months, the months of sustainable income in your business. I want to hear from you guys because I want to understand, when it comes to launching and creating this one-to-many offer, what's the biggest thing that scares you? So what I'd love to hear from you is like, what scares you about launching your one-to-many offer? For me, I'll start while you guys come up with what scares you. My biggest fear was, what if nobody signs up? I have no idea what it means to launch, like what goes into it. When I shifted my business to the online model, I had no idea what launching meant, what went into it, what are all the pieces, knowing how to actually do it correctly. And so I was scared out of my mind, okay? And I don't know about you guys, but maybe you've Googled it and maybe you've tried to watch YouTube videos on launching, and there's a lot of information, right? Drop info in the comments if you've been bombarded with the amount of information of what it takes to actually launch, to create launches in your business. Because it's kind of a conversation that I feel like everyone's talking about, but no one really explains it. So I wanted to kind of get there and talk about launches in a way that makes sense to people and allows you to see why there's certain things that allow you to have a successful launch, 5-figure launches, multiple 5-figure launches, what that actually looks like, and how we get started in a space where we can create those launches. So first I'll say hi if you're here so I know you're here so that we can chat in real time on Facebook. We're going to talk about the three keys to 5-figure launches. So the thing about this is, a lot of people build the offer. They do the work. Okay, and now it's time to get people to actually purchase their offer. But then they're standing there like, well, I built it, now they're gonna come, right? Like, that's what you say to yourself is like, if I build the offer, they will come. But then you sit there and there's crickets and no one's showing up. And so you create more content, you do more things, you go live, you try to get people interested in it. Hi, Sally. But it feels like it's going nowhere. Meanwhile, you see these other people who are launching and getting so many clients into their business, and they're talking about the incredible transformations and the profit they're making, and you're sitting here like, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? You're focusing on bringing one person at a time rather than creating a launch strategy that allows you to create massive impact, allows you to build massive authority, and create a powerful income stream and cash injection into your business, okay? So I'm gonna show you the 3 keys to successful launches and the simple shifts that you have to have in order, even before launching at all, to ensure that your audience is ready to whip out their credit cards and ready to purchase your one-to-many offer, okay? So just drop in here and let me know you guys are here, because it's so quiet and it's like me on my own here. So let's talk about this. What people don't realize is that having a successful launch is the key to you having a sustainable business, okay? So drop growth in the comments if you're ready to see growth in your business past the one client at a time process that you're going through right now. So the biggest shift that I see that people go through is having to work so hard to bring one client in at a time if they're currently selling one-to-one and done-for-you programs, which means every time they need clients, they have to go seek out clients, or they need to go through a process just to bring one client in at a time. The big shift that happens is creating a launch process that's successful and sustainable allows us to create cash injection into our business. It allows us to create predictable profit coming into our business and bring in these dream clients on repeat while they build massive authority all in one shot. So drop all in one. If you're ready to create this all-in-one opportunity, utilizing the launch methods of bringing clients in, building authority, and having this actual predictable profit inside of your business, okay? Drop all in one, because I want to hear if that's where you're at, because that's where I was. The idea of launching was both scary and exciting, because this idea that I could speak to multiple people, bring people into one offer all at one time, create this predictability in my income stream, know what I was doing every single step of the way, was both exhilarating and exciting, but really freaking scary, okay? And I see so many people talking about courses. And there's people who teach you how to create courses, or someone who teaches you how to create a program, but they still have this problem of feeling bewildered at the end of it all, right? How the heck are you supposed to take this program you created and get it into the hands of and hearts of these incredible people you want to serve, right? That's what we all start our businesses for, is trying to get in front of more people that we can serve at a higher potential. Yet so many of us don't know how to do that, so we stay stuck, right? This is why launches are so powerful with your one-to-many offers. During a launch, you create those ready-to-act buyers that we talked about yesterday, and you're nurturing your audience all while quickly standing out. So you can go from someone having just met you and converting that into a client in less time because of powerful launches. So let's talk about the 3 keys. Drop a 3 in the comments so I know you guys are here and following along with me. We're gonna talk about the 3 keys. So the first key is preparing your audience, okay? I see too many people using their launch event, okay, using their workshops, their challenges, their webinars as like where they're gonna do everything all in one shot. But remember yesterday we talked about how sales is a process, okay? I hear people tell me all the time, sales feels hard. The truth of the matter is sales isn't hard, it's that you haven't created a process that's aligned with you and aligns with your audience, okay? So the worst mistake you can make is jumping in and not having your audience prepared and trying to educate and sell them all in one shot, okay? So we talked about this yesterday. If I had said to you, come learn how to scale to 6 figures, and I'm trying to now in my workshop tell you how one-to-many offers are the answer to that problem, I have to educate you, which means my brain needs time to like settle that in and decide that that is the option for me, and then I have to make a decision that I want to purchase. That's putting too much into one conversion event, okay? So drop convert in the comments if you're understanding that a conversion event, an opportunity for us to convert clients, requires steps within the process, okay? We want to help them prepare for the sale. We want to help them understand the problem before they've even gotten there and the need to solve it. You're going to show them the possible solutions along the way as you prepare them. And you want to start generating interest. You want to get people to start saying, that's a great idea. I didn't think about that, right? There's a strategy behind what I call hype. Teaching people to prepare for what we're doing. It's a huge part of what we teach inside Lucrative Group Formula is the hype phase of how to prepare your audience before you've even launched the offer. So that before you even come to them and say, hey, I've got this amazing one-to-many offer, you want to join my membership, you want to join my group, my course, you can literally get them so ready that they're saying, oh my gosh, what is she going to share with me? You literally spend 1 to 2 weeks taking time to warm them up, getting them ready for your offer. This happens in any type of offer we create. It's not just to snap your fingers and people are ready. We get them to get ready, okay? So the number one thing you have to do to create a successful 5-figure launch is prepare your audience. My client who came to me struggling because she said, I've launched before, I haven't had success, it's not working out. The problem was she hadn't prepared them. Drop prepare in the comments because I want you guys to really sit with that. And I know sometimes you guys have said to me, I'm trying to write everything down while you're talking. Just drop a prepare in the comments because I want to make sure you guys are setting up with this. We have to prepare our audience, okay? We're getting them ready for this marriage proposal. I always like to use this marriage proposal as an idea. If I just showed up and proposed to someone on the first date, it would be awkward. They'd say, oh my gosh, this lady's crazy. But if I've prepared them, I've set the groundwork, I've done the things that are necessary for me to get to that point of giving them a marriage proposal, it's not awkward. It feels easy. Sales doesn't have to feel this sleazy, awkward process. It can feel totally natural. It can feel like the next step in our easy yes process. Okay? So we want to prepare our audience. That's step one, secret number one to creating 5-figure launches. Number two, we want to inspire change. I talk about this a lot. There's a big difference in just educating, right? And just inspiring and just motivating. The most frustrating thing my clients go through before working with me is that they feel like, well, people tell me I'm so motivating. Or, oh my gosh, I love what you say. But it doesn't actually have them take action. Okay? We don't want to just be the motivational speaker. We want to get people excited about the possibility of change. Because if people aren't prepared for that change, they don't see the opportunity of what lies ahead, it's going to be very difficult to convert them into clients. I see so many people skipping this step. Okay? So before you can move people into the idea of buying your solution, they have to feel excited and empowered about change. So they have to feel like, I cannot afford to miss this. If you have clients that stand on the sidelines and say, this sounds good, but in their heads they can say, but I can afford to miss this right now. It's not important enough. It means we haven't inspired change. Okay? So drop inspire in the comments so that you realize we really want to inspire people to say, I can't see my life not like this. I can't go through this entire workshop and not imagining actually being able to create the success we've talked about, right? That's what we want people to be able to do. We want them to feel so inspired that they want to take action, okay? This is a great time to start talking about objections, to share stories of the change, help them visualize their life after, okay? So I want you guys to realize that's so important for us. They have to be able to visualize. This is why you'll see throughout this process, I've shared stories with you because I want you to be able to visualize the other side. So with that being said, I want to share with you a story of my client who came to me struggling. She was so frustrated because she really, really wanted to support more clients in her business. She had the idea of creating a powerful course, but she had no idea how to get into the hands of more people. So month after month, she continued to show up. She kept bringing it up, but nobody was purchasing her offer. And when they were, it was one-off course offers, which didn't actually inspire the change she wanted to. So what we did is built her course, but more importantly, prepared her audience. And then we created a powerful conversion event, which was powered around our launch, that got people saying, oh my gosh, I can't live without this. So the people who had been sitting on the sidelines, thinking about this, who weren't quite ready, were waving their hands, begging to move forward. She sold out her course in her very first launch. And you know what the best part about it was? She had people who had been sitting on the sidelines and people who were brand new to meeting her saying yes because they were inspired to change. They could see the transformation. They could feel what it felt like on the other side. It was like they took a lick of the lollipop and they didn't want to stop. They wanted to keep going. Okay? So drop going in the comments because I want you guys to recognize what we need them to do is not just experience it. And this is an important part of launching, and what we teach in Lucrative Group Formula is that you have to actually create a conversion event that makes people say, oh my gosh, if this is just a bite-sized piece of what we're doing, imagine what changes on the other side. So it's very strategic in how you show up with your conversion event so that it leads people to take action, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a second to catch up. That was number 2, was inspiring that change and preparing people. So if you feel like you've created workshops, you've created those free conversion events, but they're not leading anywhere, they're not getting people to jump, it's most likely because you haven't created a pathway that allows you to inspire that change. that can feel so frustrating. It can feel like you're kind of running in place and doing all of these things, but not producing the results you want. And oftentimes, if we don't have this right, we're actually creating a lot of freebie seekers. We're creating people who are taught to just come keep following us, getting as much free content as they want, but not inspired to take action and change. Okay? That's where entrepreneurs go through this burnout, this frustration, and then they start to feel weary of, why am I sharing any content? Why am I doing any of these things? Because, oh my gosh, I'm not producing results. Put your hands up or drop an emoji if you've ever felt like that in your business. You felt like, I'm creating the content, I'm doing all of these things, but it's not getting people to take action, to move forward. I felt like that for a long time in my business, and I felt really frustrating because you want to support people, you want to help people, but you also want to do it on a deeper level within your offers. You want to be able to create that opportunity. And when we don't have an inspired change process, what ends up happening is we become resentful of the process. We become frustrated about sharing our content for free. We begin to pull back and we begin to go into a place of desperation, of forcing ourselves upon people when all we wanted to do really was support people in the first place. Okay? So it's super important for us to realize when we work inside of Lucrative Group Formula, one of the big things we do is we look at your offer, we build out the entire process, but then we look at how can we create something, a free conversion event, and there's so many different ways to do this. How can we create a free conversion event that has people jumping up and down and inspires them to change? Okay? We want them to change. The next thing I'm going to talk about is how we actually have to treat our launch like a big event. If you are just showing up and talking about your offer and you don't have an actual process around it, you don't have a launch and an event around it, your conversions are going to come in at a drip effect. Okay? Means that you're going to get people here or there who say, oh, that kind of sounds good, doing all of that stuff. But when we create an event around our launch, we make it super exciting. It becomes something that people want to show up for. Okay? We want to create things that people want to show up for. So you have to treat the launch like it's something that people cannot miss out on. It's the best thing since sliced bread. If you miss this, you're in the off people, right? We want to create that FOMO around it. We want to show up in so many places, sharing that offer in a way that gets people in for it, like totally invested in your free offer, okay? So it's super important for us to realize that. We want to create an event that gets people inspired. There's a lot of pieces that move together. And a lot of times when people look at their launches, they've only looked at one piece. They've only seen one tiny piece of showing up and talking about an offer, but they don't realize that there's a strategy behind that. So drop strategy. If you're ready to actually build the strategy around a launch that leads to those 5-figure offers, okay? Or those 5-figure launches. We want to actually create these launch events that gets people inspired, that gets people to take action. And that happens through preparation, through strategy, through knowing what needs to be said, which leads me to my next one, okay? Number 3 is the confidence in clarity. Drop 3 in the comments if you guys are keeping up with me, okay? I want to make sure you guys are sticking with me and that you get them when I'm putting down. Okay? We want to create confidence and clarity. Okay? This is the biggest problem I see with online business owners in general. Okay? They don't have confidence. They feel frustrated. I actually asked a question last week in the group where I said, if you could take a magic pill, what would be the magic pill you would take? Most people said confidence. Do you know why that's the most important thing in our business, in whatever we're selling? Because if we're not confident, we're not going to attract people to our offer, right? The lack of confidence is it's blinding, right? We want to create the confidence, but where does confidence actually come from, right? Drop confident in the comments if you are like, yes, I need to be more confident. I want to feel really excited and confident about my offers. Like you're jumping out of your pants. You can't wait. That's the number one people said to me is they said, I feel like I'm not good at sales. And I want to talk about that real quick before we jump in. Everybody's good at sales, okay? Sales is a natural part of what we do. In the way we have conversations with people, in the way that we meet people, everything we do is part of sales. What people don't realize is sales is really, really built around confidence. knowing why it's important for that person to listen to you. Why should they give you your time, effort, energy, and money? If you're not confident, if I'm showing up like I don't believe in the things I'm talking about, then I'm not going to inspire people to take action. Okay? The number one thing that happens when I do workshops is people message me and say, your energy is inspiring. Your confidence in what you're saying and the passion that you say is so incredibly important. And that's a huge shift that has to happen. And I want to be clear, this wasn't always me. I used to be the person who hid. Drop hide if you've ever been the person who's been hiding behind things because you didn't feel the confidence. You didn't have that piece that made you feel like, I have to shout this from the rooftops. Okay? It doesn't just you wake up one day and you're confident in what you're doing. It takes a plan. You have to have something that comes into play. And the biggest thing that builds our confidence is clarity. Okay? So these two C's together are what make a powerhouse salesperson, which makes it easier for people to say yes. Because if we're hiding because we're not confident, it's usually a lack of clarity. Okay? Because imagine this, if you were crystal clear on the value you bring, on the reason why people should say yes, on all the things that have to happen in order for us to get to 10K months and our next level and 5-figure launches, you would show up differently. That's clarity. So drop clarity in the comments. If you're tired of trial and erroring, throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks, doing all the things and saying, hopefully this produces results. I always say hope is not a strategy. Yet so many business owners are holding on to hope, hoping that if they keep doing this, it'll produce some sort of results, hoping that something kind of starts working for them. But hope is not a strategy, guys. We have to have massive clarity around the exact steps that lead us there so that we can create the confidence that allows us to sell with ease. Okay? So drop sell in the comments if you're like, I want to be a sales ninja. I want to be really good at sales. I want to tell you the story of my client, Jane, okay? She's an incredible sleep consultant, and she also certifies other sleep consultants. And something that's super awesome about her and why she's so good at sales, because we look at her business model and we talked about it, is the fact that she shows up in her group, in her space, talking like people want what she has, okay? That's all she does. It's very simple. That's not all she does, but that's the simple shift, right? Is that she doesn't show up and act like, well, hopefully you want what I want. Hopefully you're excited about what I'm selling. She shows up with the confidence and clarity that what she's selling is what people need, okay? That clarity leads to confidence, which leads to sales. Yet I see so many people who are missing the confidence, who are missing the clarity, and therefore they're missing the sales. Are you guys getting why these pieces are so interconnected? Why we have to have clarity. You can't go into sales without having the clarity, because the clarity is what leads to the confidence, which leads to the sales. Okay? You have to be prepared for your success. Again, I see so many people unprepared for success. They show up hoping things work out, hoping that their launch does well, but not preparing for that, not creating the confidence and clarity that leads to their success. And that's frustrating for them, okay? So you have to have this resolve for changing lives that's greater than the fears you have within you. So drop fears in the comments, because I almost want you to like pop it in there so you start dropping these fears. You start walking away from the fears that are holding you back. The fears of investing in things, the fears of doing things that are different, the fears of this not working out, the fears of everything that you have jumbled up into your head because of the things that have happened to you. The truth of the matter is, every single day we prepare for success or we don't. Yet so many people show up with their fears front and center rather than their confidence and their clarity. And therefore, it's not producing success. Okay? We want to drop these fears. We want to say, I'm not showing up like this might work out. I'm showing up like I know it's going to work out. I tell the story that if you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you can be an Olympic swimmer, Would you show up differently to the way you swim? Would you hire the coach to help you learn the strokes faster? Would you show up every single day and practice, practice, practice? Yes, because you know that you're going to go to the Olympics. You have it ingrained in your brain that that's where you're going and nothing will stand in the way. Yet so many people are showing up for their success like it's not possible, like it's not going to happen for them. So I always tell my clients, success is not optional. Okay? I want you to hear that and I want you to say that. I actually have clients who like write this down in their notebooks and put it on their screens and have this. Your success is not optional. What would you do differently if you knew your success was not optional? What steps would you take? What things would you do? How would your life look different right now in this very moment if you knew your success was not optional? Okay? I'd love for you guys to share that with me because honestly, it's a huge shift that happens in our lives when we start realizing this. And I can share with you what happened for me. I literally woke up one morning and decided I was tired of playing small. I didn't want to just work with one-off clients here and there and feeling frustrated and like I wasn't making massive impact. It wasn't just about the money, although profit's always incredible. I wanted to change millions of lives. I wanted to touch people in a way that really had a ripple effect. But I knew I wasn't able to do that if I let my fears stand in the way of my success. So I threw caution to the wind. I took the steps that was necessary. And rather than showing up as the person who was scared of my success not happening, I showed up like success was not optional. So this became a theme in my business. And I teach it to my clients as well, where they literally start saying this to themselves. Success is not optional. So say it with me. Success is not optional. Drop it in the comments. I want you guys to really recognize success is not optional. How can we show up confidently if we don't believe in our success? That all happens by having the clarity around why we are the only option for them, around why our offer stands on its own. We talked a little bit about this yesterday, but I shared with you why innovative authority is so important. Okay? People come to me to learn marketing, to learn sales, to learn business strategy. But what they don't realize is the biggest takeaway they get is confidence and clarity. Okay? I don't help you just learn to market. I don't help you just learn to sell. I teach you how to show up confidently. And I do that by making it crystal clear what you bring to the table. We do this by creating your proprietary system, okay? The very first thing we do inside of Lucrative Group Formula is create a system, okay? Drop system, because let's be real. We can't just willy-nilly. I joked with my clients yesterday in one of my group programs. I told them, if you do not have a system to produce results for your clients, you're essentially asking your audience to just trust you, okay? Let's be real. We can't just show up. I couldn't just show up and say, just trust me. This is going to be amazing. Yet so many of you are showing up in your business and saying, just trust me. I know what I'm doing. It sounds like the beginning of a horror movie, right? Like, just trust me. It's going to be awesome. But you don't have a system. You don't have a way to clearly share that in a way that really hits home for them and allows them to see the visible results, okay? So if you are tired of feeling like you are asking people to just trust you and you're tired of just showing up without having a plan, without having a strategy, without having the confidence and clarity, I want you to drop call in the comments below. Or drop LGF in the comments below if you're ready to create your system for success. If you're ready to create a way to make success no longer be optional. You're tired of all of these other things, okay? My client Courtney came to me as a first-time mom. COVID had just hit and she was moving her health and fitness business online. She had loads of ideas, because let's be real, entrepreneurs have loads of ideas, but she had no idea where to start, which is probably the most frustrating thing ever. Within 3 weeks of working together, we created a group program and launched it, and she had right under 20 people join it, and she had her first 5K launch. Now, before you say, okay, Nas, but she probably had a really big audience, nope, she had only 300 people in her Facebook group. This is possible, okay? I'm tired of women specifically not believing in themselves and their success no longer being optional. They show up out of fear instead of out of confidence and clarity and knowing that their success is not optional. Stop questioning yourself. Stop questioning your future, okay? And step into this opportunity that you were meant for. I don't believe in fate. I believe that people come to things when they know in their body that they are ready. I believe that you are not here just because it sounded like something fun to do for 4 days to hang out with someone that maybe you don't even know me very well. I believe that in your head and your heart, you told yourself you are ready for more. Yet I don't want you to stand on the precipice of something new and decide out of fear, rather out of confidence, that you are ready for your next level. My other client came to me knowing that she wanted to make a one-to-many offer because she wanted more time with her family, okay? We created a group program that would give her clients massive transformation. I want to be clear about this. It's not just about creating an offer and marketing and selling it. It's about creating an offer that gives massive transformation. And she wanted to create something that would give back her time with her family so she could finally enjoy her life. Because your time is not unlimited. Her first week of launching, she made just under $20,000. Now, this isn't always the case, but what she also did was she built lifelong clients who were excited to work with her again and again. Because remember, the process of how we bring clients in and the things I see being taught out there about a lot of gurus is the churn and burn version of marketing. How to bring clients in, sell them into your offer, get them in and out, and never actually supporting them to transformation. We want to build transformation. So drop transformation in the comments if you want to actually create a change in your clients' lives. Because the reason why that's important, when we create change, we create lifelong clients. So that client that I was sharing with you, again, she did all of this with under 400 people in her group. It's all possible, guys. And I know this because I scaled my business. I did it during a pandemic, working 12 to 15 hours a week. I did all of that and I have helped hundreds and hundreds of women do the same. It's not a magic pill. I want to be super freaking clear about that. The income is just a small piece of the puzzle of what we get out of this. My clients leave working with me feeling empowered, feeling aligned, feeling confident and clear in what they're doing. It's like they show up as a totally different person because all of a sudden they can see their lives clearly. And it's super awesome because they get to Voxer me from the beach or spending a week on vacation, actually saying that it feels too easy. Okay, if you want to see what this looks like and you want to see real life screenshots of my clients who have sent me messages like this, drop LGF in the comments and we'll send you to the sales page where it literally has probably 100 screenshots of my clients who have said, I can't believe how easy this feels. Because here's the deal, business doesn't have to feel hard all the time. I know we're taught that it has to be this hustle all the time and that part of entrepreneurship is just struggling a lot. I don't believe in that. I believe that we struggle until we look for clarity. We struggle until we get the support. And I don't know about you guys, but I got to a point where my time was worth more. I was tired of struggling. And my client Jana felt the same way. She came to me because she wanted to be able to grow her business so that she could take some pressure off of her husband. And so that she had these huge, big dreams of retiring her husband and his exhausting and soul-sucking job. But she also had 2 kids and really big dreams of traveling and creating experiences for her family. She had all but given up on this idea until we met and built out a hybrid course that allowed her the freedoms that she had dreamt of, but kind of gave up on and thought were no longer possible. Because she didn't think she could have a successful business and still live a life that she wanted. On her very first launch, she made $7,000, guys. But that's not even the cool part. She made $7,000 while she was on a road trip with her family. Imagine that feeling. Imagine the feeling of being able to have location independence in your business. Not being attached and tethered to your phone or to your computer, but being able to enjoy your life. And that's what your business allows you to. Imagine being able to know that you can do it at any time. You can turn it on with a so-called button that you could push to create a new income stream that also creates massive transformation in people's lives. That's what it looks like to have a program that produces results and has a system-backed strategy in how we create results and we create profit. And that's the best part, guys. We focus on client experience. Lucrative Group Formula is not like the other programs out there that just teach you how to market and sell, because I don't believe in that. I believe in authenticity in what we do. I want you to be able to retain your clients long term. So this is not just a marketing course. It's about creating an experience with your programs that connects people and creates these long-term clients. Because this is your time, honestly, guys. And if you're tired of the excuses, you're tired of hearing yourself with those excuses, drop excuses in the comments. If you're tired of having excuses, of having these things, circumstances, and the constant feeling of getting nowhere in your business or moving at the slower snail's pace and investing your time like it's limitless. Because the truth of the matter is, whatever you're not changing is what you're choosing. So I want to repeat that. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing in your life. The average business owner spends 2 or more years being stuck. That means not moving forward, not taking action. But imagine instead that you were able to create and streamline your one-to-many offer into something that changed lives and brought in clients on autopilot. Imagine knowing exactly how to attract those ready-to-act buyers with ease and being able to create a pathway for them to say yes again and again. Imagine having a membership or group program or a hybrid course that allows you to make massive impact and profit while giving you back your time, something that felt impossible before. Because you didn't only get this far to just get this far. You spent the week on the hardest parts of creating your one-to-many offer. So I want to make sure you guys realize you took a leap. You took the hardest part, which was making the decision to start. So I applaud you for that. But now, it's time to build on that momentum. It's time to not let this be another missed opportunity and get off the sidelines and create the life you dream of. And I'm by your side every single step of the way. I can't tell you this enough. It's not enough for you to be trying to take the information, just like you're taking this information right now, and trying to navigate how to apply that to your business. I want you to actually know what it looks like for you and your business. I want to show you your opportunities, your gaps, how to apply things, how to keep your mindset on track, how to help you build your step-by-step strategy, and how to launch and do it again and again and again. Because you don't want to start and stop and stall and struggle and do it all over and over again. You want to keep growing. You want to move upwards. Okay? I want you to look back on this moment 3 months from now, and I want you to not wonder a what if. I want you to say to yourself that, oh my gosh, look at what I've accomplished in 90 days. Because that's exactly what my clients do. What if I had taken that chance on myself and had faith in my next level and known that success was not optional? I want you to build success on your terms, okay? So if you want to DM me if you don't feel comfortable sharing it here, if you want to drop LGF in the comments or call, I'll reach out to you and we'll chat. We'll look at what this looks like for you and your business so that you can get off the sidelines, so that you can actually produce a business that actually creates results and profit all on your terms in a way that feels way too easy, okay? Do you guys have any questions about any of the 4 days that we've been here together, talking about all about your one-to-many offer, understanding what this looks like for your business, understanding how to create a scalable business model? And today we specifically talked about the 3 secrets to a 5-figure launch and why it's not all just about showing up. It's about the preparation. It's about knowing what goes behind it, how to inspire that change, and how to have the confidence and clarity that gets people saying, oh my gosh, yes, I want what you have. Any questions, any comments, anything I can answer for you guys right now? Let me know in the comments. If you guys don't have any questions, I do want to let you guys know I'm going to do a pop-up training tomorrow where I show you behind the scenes of the Lucrative Group Formula. I'm also going to help you see how your success is in your launches and in your group offer. I'm going to give you some incredible do's and don'ts of scaling. You're not going to want to miss out on this, okay? So if you're interested in attending that tomorrow, drop BTS in the comments so that we can make sure we tag you when I've gone live tomorrow, because it's at a different time and it wasn't part of this original workshop. We can tag you so that you can see behind the scenes of the lucrative group formula. You can understand the do's and don'ts of scaling and why your success is no longer optional, okay? But if not, I've had a pleasure spending the last 4 days with you, and I cannot wait to see what you guys create in your one-to-many offer that you're ready to scale, and the sky's the limit for your business. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was a pleasure spending the last week with you, and I will see you guys later.